A cheerful good morning and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you present today in the GK class of Standard 7th. As our classes has been missed, but still we are able to go ahead as compared to class 6 as well, because most of the classes has been missed from the class 6th. Moving ahead with today's class, first and the foremost thing, I would like to again say something related to this COVID-19 only. That is, all of you are requested to take all the necessary precautions, masks, sanitizers and everything, so that you be on a safer side as well as your family remains on a safer side. Moving ahead with this, as all of us we know, that is, our Diwali festivals is over. Most of us, we have limited the use of the crackers, as well as we have listened to the government as well. Okay, so the pollution level is very less, but it is there. Okay, so we cannot deny that there is no pollution level. It is still there, but it is very less as compared to the previous years or the earlier. Okay, so this mask is not only going to protect you from this COVID-19, but it is also going to protect you from the harmful pollutants which may be present in the atmosphere and which might enter into your own body, into your lungs, and they may be responsible for causing various kinds of illness and at the same time various kinds of respiratory diseases as well. So it is my humble request from all of you to take all the necessary precautions. Please use masks, sanitizers, and also please motivate your friends as well. Whenever you are playing outside as well, even in the parks or anywhere else, please use the mask and everything. Okay, starting with today's, again, first and the foremost thing, I'll be sharing the screen and at the same time the syllabus, thereafter going ahead with the today's class. Okay, what I remember is that in the last class we have completed these two page numbers, that is your page number 53 and page number 43, and today we are going to do these two page numbers, that is your page number 48 and page number 49, and thereafter we will be going ahead with the current affairs, and this will be all for today. I'm going a little bit slowly this time, so that in the end we don't have to hurry up, or we don't have to just waste our classes or give it to anyone else, and we will be able to complete our syllabus on time. As if you can see, we will be having only 2 pages left here in this India and the world, whereas only 2 pages in science and technology, 3 in arts and literatures, 3 in sports and entertainment as well, and at the same time in brain workout as well, 64. That is only 1 page numbers we have. So this is going to be a very easy task for this. I have made the classes little bit interesting by sharing you some of the pictures related to this, so that you are also much more familiar with this. Okay, the reason for basically introducing the pictures is that while recalling, that is, whenever you are going to learn the answers, and if you have seen the pictures related to that, you'll be able to recall it in a much more easier way. And if sometimes you get across these pictures, or if someone shows you and ask you, do you know this, do you know that, so you'll be able to easily recall some of them from them if you are a regular learner here. Okay, starting with this, let us go ahead. So today we are going to do these 2 page numbers, that is your page number 48 and 49. Okay, the date is little bit wrong here. The date should be 21 only, because I prepared this yesterday only, so that is why it is today yesterday's date. Starting with this is basically your awesome Australia. As we know that Australia is a very beautiful country, and let us try to understand some more fantastic scenes, fantastic monuments, fantastic what you can say, the bridges and the opera house and everything. Let us go ahead with this. Okay, so identify these famous places in Australia and write their names in the blanks. Choose your answers from the help box. Okay, starting with this, the very first one we have, the Ayers Rock is the largest rock in the world and is found in the Uluru Kata Jutta National Park. Okay, now see this Ayers Rock, they have been also given the name as Uluru as well. Okay, that is, since it is present in this place, so the rocks are also known by the name of Uluru. Let me show you the pictures. This is the same picture of this, the 12 sorry, not this one. Okay, I'm showing you the Ayers rock. Okay, this is your Ayers rock, basically, which is also known as Uluru. And people used to climb these mountains which are present here, or people used to climb these rocks whenever the visitors are going, but with little precautions, because this can be little bit dangerous as well. If you can see, this rock is present in between, and it is not like this that mountains are present and all those things. No, it is completely present in the mid of various kinds of vegetation. That is, all around this you'll be able to find various kinds of vegetations, and in the middle of that you are able to find this huge structure which is known as Ayers rock, also known as your Uluru, on the basis of the place where it is being found. Okay, moving ahead with this, so we have here the next one. The 12 apostles are 8 towering limestones monoliths which were once a part of the mainland cliff and now stand amidst the waves along the Great Ocean Road. Okay, if you can see, this is what we are talking about. Okay, let me show you some more better picture than this one. It is this one here, the 12 apostles. Okay, this is your 12 apostles. If you can see this curved structure which you are able to see, a semicircular structure, the cuttings of the rocks, these are not done by the humans or anyone else. These are basically done by these rivers only. That is, when the rivers come and strike with these rock particles or the rock pieces, they keep on cutting it slowly and slowly, and finally after this they have given it a kind of circular structure from places to places. Why this is much more protected? Because here in front of this apostle, one of the apostles is present, which is not allowing the water to directly strike with this rock. That is why it is not able to be cut, or it has been reduced by a very little amount. Okay, moving ahead with this, next one. The Sydney Opera House is the most popular venue for entertainment in Sydney, having a roof in the shape of sails. Okay, if you can see here, I don't think so it has been given here. No, not given here. I'm showing you that. This is your Sydney Opera House. Okay, if you can see, people are enjoying here with the boat or with any other surfing materials as well, and this is the kind of a sail or a kind of rooftop structures which are present. One more thing I would like to tell you here is that just near to the Sydney Opera House only, the Sydney Harbour Bridge is also there. Okay, so both are very close to each other, and I'll be showing you the next picture in which both the structures will be quite closer to each other. Okay, that is your Sydney Harbour Bridge. Okay, so this is also one of the most interesting or your prominent attractions of Australia. Okay, moving ahead with this, so we have the next one, that is your Melbourne Cricket Stadium. Is the largest stadium in Australia and was built in 1853. It played host to the Commonwealth Games in 2006. I hope most of you would have seen this Melbourne Cricket Stadium. That is why I have not shown you this one. I have not taken the picture of this, because we have seen the various kinds of matches or various cricket matches which have been taking place now and then. So we all are much more familiar with this part. Okay, moving ahead with this, we have the next one, that is your number 5. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure on the earth and is even visible from space. It is made up of soft and hard corals. If you can see here, okay, I don't have that one. Okay, Great Barrier Reef. Okay, I have it. Okay, this is your Great Barrier Reef. If you can see, this is visible even from the space, and if you will search it on the Google as well, some more pictures which you will be able to find, you'll be able to find this entire area is covered with a lot of corals. Basically, that is a kind of you can say a microorganisms or a plants as well, and these are living in nature because they are able to perform photosynthesis as they have chlorophylls in them. Okay, moving ahead with this. Okay, this Phillip Island is an island named after the captain Arthur Phillip, the first governor of New South Wales, and is home to fairy penguins, koalas and seals. Okay, let us have a look over this one as well. That is the Phillip Island. Both the pictures are of the Phillip Island only. This one is representing the tourists which are going to these places, and this one is representing one of them, koala, and various other animals which have been, or the birds which have been mentioned there. Out of that, one of them, that is your penguins. Okay, moving ahead with this, we have the next one, that is your Fraser Island. Is an island of the southeastern coast of Queensland and is the largest sand island in the world. Okay, if you can see, it is not only in Australia but it is in the world. In 1992, it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Let me show you the image of that, this Fraser Island. Okay, so this is your Fraser Island, which is having the highest amount of sand here, okay, in the entire world. If you can see, basically the sand, always remember the sand, whichever it is brought near the banks of the rivers, or your, whether it is your Varanasi, Ganga rivers, or if you remember, when you go to Dashashwamedh Ghats or anywhere else, what do you find there? You used to find that on the next side, that is on the other side where that entire bridge is there, that is your Ramnagar side, you will be able to find a lot of sand which is present there, and all these sands, they are basically being brought about by these running waters when they are being running from one place to another. While their movements only, they used to bring a lot of sand, and that is why this sand is a source for various other people as well, as a source of income as well. People used to take all these sands only, and they used to transport it as well as sell it into the markets for supply. Moving ahead with this, the next one is your Sydney Harbour Bridge. Is considered the greatest arc bridge in the world. It was proposed by a convict architect, Francis Greenway, in 1815. Okay, this one which I was talking to you about, Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House. If you can see this one, see here. Okay, so since if you can see the same kind of structure, okay, more or less, okay, I cannot say this thing exactly similar, but most similar way. If you can see, the starting point is somewhere here or on this side, and the end point is the two ends are present here, and in between you are not able to find anything. The same structure you will be able to find in the Howrah Bridge as well, okay, which is there in Kolkata. Okay, if some of you would have went to Kolkata, you would have seen that Howrah Bridge as well. It is not it is also not having any kind of structures or pillars or anything like that which is present in the middle. The entire bridge is suspended only on the two bases which are present at the two ends. Okay, and earlier it was believed that this Howrah Bridge, this used to open it into two parts. Okay, during the nights after 12 o'clock or after 11 p.m. this bridge gets open, and the entire passage was completely closed. Okay, that is, people were not able to go from one side to another. Okay, and in the morning again it was closed, and it becomes a way for each and everyone to travel from there. But now it is not like this. Now it is completely on the way for 24/7 hours. Okay, if you have not gone, please try to visit there and try to compare the structures with your Sydney Harbour Bridge as well. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, I told you that is the Sydney Opera House as well as the Sydney Harbour Bridge. They are I think so, that is, they are very close to each other, as in the picture you will be able to observe this one. Okay, moving ahead with this, so we have the next one, that is the Gold Coast. Is a city in Queensland and extends for 40 kilometers along the southeastern coastline. It is known for its beaches and seaside resorts. Okay, starting with this one, that is the Gold Coast. If you can see here, this is your Gold Coast basically. Okay, if you can see, from here up to here, this entire region is known as your basically Gold Coast, and basically for your beaches and everything, people used to enjoy here as well. Okay, morning walks, evening walks, stay resorts. Resorts basically means your hotels or anything for temporary stay. Each and everything is present here only. Okay, starting with some more things. Next, last but not the least, we have here that is your Kangaroo Island. It is the third largest Australian island and is known for its abundant population of kangaroos. Flinders Chase National Park is also found in this island. Okay, so this is one more important thing, that is your Flinders Chase National Park is also found here. Let me show you that, as the name is there, that is the Kangaroo Island. So you will be able to find a lot of kangaroos here. This is basically your Kangaroo Island. Okay, this is the passage from where you can go from one place to another. As you can see here, these are the two pictures. This is not the picture of this one. Okay, I've just merged these two pictures so that you'll be able to have a closer view, and at the same time you'll be able to compare it as well. If you can see, there are a lot of kangaroos here, and extremely shocking to see that these tourists, they are able to play with them, or it might be editing of the pictures as well. Okay, next let us go ahead with this. Okay, this one, against the following statements, write true, T for true and F for false in the following boxes. Okay, the first one, that is the Aboriginal tribe is native to Australia. Okay, let us see here this Aboriginal tribe. These are the peoples of the Aboriginal tribe, and they are native to Australia only. Okay, tribes are basically peoples who are belonging to a particular state. Each and every state or country has its own tribes. Next one, Australia was a British convict colony before the discovery of gold on this continent. Okay, this is also completely true. Okay, next one, we have the Melbourne is the national capital of Australia. This is your false. Canberra is the national capital of Australia. Let me show you the image of this Canberra so that you'll be able to have a little bit of idea why this Canberra is considered to be the capital of Australia. If you can see here, you'll be able to find that most probably this Canberra is present in between or in the center. That is why it is considered to be the capital. As what you're able to see here is, that is, I cannot say that is exactly this reason is Canberra. What I think, if you can see, the roads are coming, each and everyone is able to enter here from this side, as well as from these sides as well. So it is the connecting part as well from different parts of Australia or the nearby cities of the Australia. Okay, moving ahead with this. So this is your Canberra. Next one, we have Australia is the only continent that contains a single country. That is your completely true. The Union Jack is the national flag of Australia. This is false. It is the Union Jack is the national flag of UK. That is your United Kingdom. If you can see here, this is the image of Union Jack. That is the flag of your UK. Moving ahead with this, so we have 1/3 of Australia is covered by deserts. That is completely true. The Great Artesian Basin is the largest source of underground water in the world. Okay, now see, largest source of underground water in the world. Let us have a quick view of this as well, because this is little bit interesting. If you can see, this is considered to be your Artesian Basin, and if you can see just here only, this is having a lot of underground water. Nearby areas, it is completely solid here. Okay, but still this is considered to be the largest source of underground water. Okay, moving ahead with this. Australia is a republic. False. Australia is still ruled by the British monarch. Okay, moving ahead with these, that is these states of Australia with their capitals. So the very first one, we have Western Australia, that is your G, that is your Perth. Some of them I'll be showing you. I was not able to complete or take or cover basically all the pictures related to here, but most of them I have covered. Let us have a quick view of the Perth as well. Okay, so this is your basically Perth, superb city, beautiful city of Australia. Okay, yes, you can see it from here only by the picture itself. Okay, moving ahead with this, Tasmania, that is your E, Hobart. Okay, let's have a look over this as well. Okay, so this is your Hobart, that is the city of Hobart, which is there in Tasmania, Australia. Okay, moving ahead with this, we have the Northern Territory, that is your D, that is the Darwin. Don't get confused with the name Darwin, because Darwin is the name of the scientist as well who gave the theory of evolution as well. Okay, so this is your Darwin, and this is the last one which I have been able to cover it here. If you can see, this is basically a kind of port also where the ships used to come and stop here or stay here. Okay, let us go ahead. Now this has been completed. Let us complete this part as well. New South Wales, that is your C, that is your Sydney. In Sydney we have already seen two things, Sydney Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Next we have the Australian Capital Territory, that is your H, that is your Canberra. I have shown you the Canberra as well. Victoria, B, that is present in Melbourne. Melbourne Cricket Ground already we have seen. South Australia, that is your F. This is your Adelaide. This I have not shown you. Most probably I will try my level best to show you in the next class. Last one we have the Queensland, that is your Brisbane. Okay, we have a lot of things related to Queensland as well. Okay, so this was all for today. That is, we have completed the bookish part here. Okay, now we will be going ahead with the current affairs as well. Okay, first we'll be going ahead with the current affairs of 18, then 19, and then 20. Okay, that is yesterday's. If you go ahead with the current affairs, just have a look over it, and thereby I'll be having a reading of it. Okay, 18, 19, and 20. So first let us have a quick view of 18 as well. Please have a reading of this. In the meanwhile, I'll be just going through it. Please have a quick reading here. I hope all of you would have read this part. Okay, starting with this current affairs of 18, just please try to note here, that is I'll be telling you later on. Okay, let us start with this. Maharashtra's Parbhani district to have Asia's first solar powered text mill. Okay, this is as you have seen, that is when Emmanuel Macron, the France president, he came to Varanasi to inaugurate the solar plant in Mirzapur. Okay, in the same way, people are mostly preferring the renewable sources of energy so that we can minimize our dependence on the non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, so this Jai Bhavani Women Cooperative Textile Mill will soon operate on solar power, becoming the first solar powered textile mill of Asia. Under this new project, many women of the district are expected to get employment. Moving ahead with this, PM Modi to hold summit with Luxembourg PM on 19th November. If you would have read yesterday's newspaper, you would have got the news. The Luxembourg PM, that is your Xavier Bettel. The summit was held virtually and will be the first stand-alone summit between both the nations in the past 2 decades. In the past 2 decades, this is much more important. The summit will be aimed at enhancing bilateral cooperation between the nation in various fields. The next virus, that is the Shapir virus, has been recently confirmed by the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention that this virus causes hemorrhagic fever like your Ebola, and can be transmitted from humans to humans. The news comes at a time when the governments, healthcare workers, and scientists globally are already battling this COVID-19 pandemic. Next, this India which was going to host Under 17 World Cup 2021. Now it has been cancelled by FIFA and now it will be held in 2022. Still, when we'll be having the reading of the current affairs of 19 and 20, you will come to know that it has been again postponed and now it will be held in 2023. Let us hope, let us get the confirmed or the final news. The Bureau of FIFA Council of November 17, 2020 cancelled the Under 17 Women's World Cup as well as the Under 20 World Cup, which was scheduled to be held in Costa Rica. India will only be going to host it, but in 2023, not 2022, as per the latest one. WEF, that is your World Economic Forum, has shortlisted 4 Indian cities, that is your Indore, Bengaluru, Faridabad and Hyderabad, as a part of the G20, that is your Global Smart Cities Alliance. Moving ahead, that's it for 18. Let us go ahead with the 19. Let us have a quick view. Okay, we have time. Pakistani ATC sentences 10 years jail term to Hafiz Sayyid. He was having some connections with the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. Okay, this is the 4th conviction of Hafiz Sayyid in 2020. Presently, Sayyid is lodged at Kot Lakhpat jail of Lahore. Next one, Pfizer completes phase 3 trials of COVID-19 vaccine, which is an American pharmaceutical company with its partner German biotechnology company, that is BioNTech, on November 18, 2020. Next, this vaccine candidate concluded successfully. Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine has come out to be 95% effective in meeting all the primary efficacy endpoints. Next one, that is the PM Swanidhi scheme, that is the Atmanirbhar Yojana or Nidhi, in which people were given 10,000 rupees basically to the street vendors for carrying out their daily business. In this, 14,34,000 loans has been sanctioned, that is, it has been given. Out of the total sanctioned loans, about 7.88 lakhs have been dispersed, that is, they have been already got the money, and still over 27,33,000 applicants were there, out of which 14 lakh were shortlisted because rest of them they were using some fake employment details or anything else like that. Next one, first crewless Gaganyaan flight to be launched by 2021, that is Indian Space Research Organization ISRO is likely to launch its first crewless Gaganyaan flight by the end of 2021. The flight was originally scheduled to be launched in 2020, however its launch got delayed due to COVID-19 pandemic, but they are also planning to launch the second crewless Gaganyaan flight in 2022 as well, that is back-to-back crewless Gaganyaan flights. Vivad Se Vishwas, that is basically government is received 72,480 crores in taxes under this scheme. This is basically under, that is the amount received, this is the initial payment made by the taxpayers who had applied for the direct tax dispute resolution scheme. Moving ahead with the last one. Okay, time is little bit less. Let us quickly summarize this part as well. Okay, Oxford COVID-19 vaccine to be available by April 2021 for public to be priced at ₹1,000. Okay, no problem. Moving ahead with this, and it is likely to be available for general public by 2024. Every Indian would get vaccinated against this novel coronavirus around February 2021 for vulnerable and elderly people and the healthcare workers. That is in different schedules. It will be first given to all the persons who need it badly, and thereafter it will be available to the common persons as well. Next one we have, that is the Douglas Stewart won UK Booker Prize 2020 for his novel Shuggie Bain. Okay, so this British writer Douglas Stewart has been awarded with this Booker Prize for his debut novel Shuggie Bain. The winner of the UK Booker Prize 2020 was announced on November 19, 2020, virtually during a live streamed ceremony in London. Next one we have the ICC 2020 World Cup Women's 2022 postponed to February 2023. Okay. Next, going ahead, it is all due to this COVID-19 pandemic, and this was scheduled to be held, or it will be held. It was making its debut in 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. Next one we have Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Bhutan's PM launch Rupee card phase 2. That is, and his Bhutanese counterpart Lotte Shering launched the Rupee card phase 2 virtually on November 2020 in Bhutan. The phase 1 of the Rupee card project was launched earlier in August 19 during PM Modi's visit to Bhutan. Next, last, ICC announces minimum age policy. One should be 15 years old to play international cricket on November 19, 2020. Okay. This minimum age policy has been announced for safeguarding the players so that they don't get hurt and anything. Okay. So this was all for today. I hope you would have got a lot of informations with this. Okay. And some new pictures and images will be ready for you in the next coming week. Okay. So this was all for today. Have a superb day ahead, and thanks a lot for being with me. Have a superb day ahead. Thank you.